Hi, I'm Honey, and hi, Athena. And welcome to my 2016 look back, reflect vlog, I guess. Right? I often do sort of, let's take assessment of the channel, whether it's YouTube or Twitch or life itself. And 2016 it has been incredible. It has been very filled. There have been ups, there have been downs, there have been unbelievable feats, and so I thought we would just kind of sum that up for those of you who are seeing this and you watch Twitch all the time. Then you probably know all this stuff because I talk about my life a lot while we're live and we're streaming. And for those of you who mostly just watch kind of the YouTube stuff, then some of this might be new for you. So I want to kind of hit some of the highlights of 2016, and there's so much. We're going to try to keep it. We're going to try to keep it short. But no promises, darling. The year started off unexpectedly. Unknowingly, I had no idea what was going to come in this year in the beginning of the year. It was just like, it's going to be a year. Sky's going to graduate this year. Hopefully, we can make goal. And in January, we almost didn't make goal. And I was like, come on, guys, we can't. I mean, I rarely ask, like say a thing. It was just like, seriously, we can't have the very first month of the year well below goal, right? We got to make goal. And we ended up making goal like at the last minutes of the last hour of the last day. And something was suggested by Kinga. He said, people were asking me, a lot of people were asking me, Packrat did a marathon in January when he got back from a December vacation, Christmas time vacation. And he did a marathon when he got back. And people were like, when are you going to do a marathon? When are you going to do a marathon? And I had done 18-hour stream sessions because there was an activity. I had done 12-hour days before going on vacation. I hadn't really done like some 24-hour plus run. And Kinga had said, my answer is basically, I have no objection to doing a marathon, but there needs to be a reason. I'm not just, hello, Athena. I'm not just gonna, randomly just do a marathon. I'm a mom and it's busy mom duties and stuff, right? And Kinga had said, well, what about double goal? You get double your monthly goal once in a while. And he was right. Once or twice a year, we would get, twice my monthly goal. And I said, that would be a good thing. If I make double goal, then we'll do a 24-hour marathon, I guess. And I kind of thought about it and went, you know what? When would I do a 24-hour? It would be the best day for me to do it as a mom would be Friday to Saturday, Friday through Saturday. Well, if I did 24 hours, I'm going to start streaming at 7 like normal and stop streaming at 7 when I would normally start. That seems wrong. So it became a 28-hour marathon. And so I started, I started at 7 and then I would end at 11 o'clock the next day. So 28 hours. And it just sort of took off. And February, March, April, May, June, July, August, we had marathons. Yeah. That was an 8-month run. That was an 8-month run because I got at least double my goal. A couple of those months, we got 3 and 4. And 1 month, we got 5 times my goal. During the year, I actually did increase my goal 2 different times. I hadn't upped it in a long, long time. And I'm not changing it for the new year. I'm leaving it right where it is. And because of that, that extra, we were able to do a lot of things. Obviously, life was improved. You know, you were able to pay off some bills. Was able. I made a good dent in my credit card. One of my daughters got married. I covered, part of that. We all pitched in on as much as we could of that, and I went to PAX East, and that ended up being like a 5 day excursion. Midlet, Sky, and I all went to New York in May, end of May, early June for kind of a graduation present for her. Um, I found out that I've got a lot of stamina. I kind of knew that, and I think it's that mommy gene, that training. Okay, it's got to be done. Let's do this. And I was really nervous at first that I was going to crash and burn, and I actually got sick, really, really sick one time, and I did have to stop. Sky took over for a little bit, and I just like had to lay down and recover. Like I napped. I was just exhausted, and it was because I was sick. So anyway, we ended up doing tremendous things. We had a family vacation that all of my children were at. Joshua would have loved it. Joshua would have loved everything this year. And I know he would have come to New York with us. Joshua, of course, would be my son, who is going to be, would have been, I guess I should say, 26 in a couple of weeks. We lost him in 2013. So it's just me and my girls. We went with my son-in-law and one of Nibby's boyfriends, and or Nibby's longtime boyfriend, and all of us, Midlet, Sky, Dawn, Nibby. We went to a weekend sort of mini vacation. We went to Omaha. We did the zoo. We had beautiful professional pictures taken for Sky's graduation. We moved across the country from Topeka, Kansas to upstate New York. And I drove the whole way. And I'm really proud of myself for that. Because that was terrifying and daunting. And we've already paid that off. We've already paid that off. And of course, the year started off with my brand new computer that we had just got at the very end in December of 2015. And so we've been going strong. It was kind of a whirlwind year. We got so much that we were able to do together as a family. We traveled across the country, and 3 daughters and a son-in-law all came with me. We've had our first Christmas in New York. We're renting a big place here and settling in pretty well. It's been a bit overwhelming. It's been a lot of things done. A lot of things accomplished. A lot of things I sort of look back and gone, best job in the world, a lot of things that, thank you, alarm. A lot of things that I've looked back and said, hey, woman, you are so blessed. You are so loved. There's so much in this world that you can take for granted. There's so much that's important. And it's so easy to miss it, Part of moving was to have a better life. And the decision to move was actually a unique situation for me because, one, originally I was the mom moving away from my kids, which is not usually how it goes. And 2, it's the first time that I chose where I was going, where I wanted to move. and went about all of that process. I wasn't told where we were moving. As a kid, you just go where your parents go, right? And then in my messed up marriage, I was property. I was, yeah, I was, when we moved to Kansas, it wasn't like I made a decision with my husband and we did this. It was just, you were told one day we're moving to Kansas and this is when we're going, and you just went, oh, okay. And so it's kind of been a big year for me, on a growing level, on a growing basis. And I think doesn't that what we all want to do every day, every year, every whatever? You want to be better you than you were before. And I've had so much growing up to do and learning to do over the last few years, just figuring out who the heck I am, and what I want and what I like and what I don't like. And in that process, it had kind of come to be pretty clear that I really liked this city. I liked visiting. I liked a lot of things about it. I felt comfortable in it. And I was going to move. The when wasn't a really known thing. In fact, when we came up to visit in May, it wasn't a we're going to move. It just sort of became yeah, let's do it, Mom. Sky was looking to move out and kind of be on her own, but she hadn't started college or anything yet. She just graduated high school and said, you know what, I like it up here too. She wanted to see it first. And the next thing you know, Dawn and Sir Twilight said, you know what, we don't have any kids yet. Why don't we have an adventure? Why don't we go with your mom to New York? Why don't we do this? If we don't like it, we can always come back in a year. But we can commit to a year, share a house, figure it out. And that's what we've done. And I miss Nibby very much. My oldest daughter, I miss her very much. She has no interest in moving to New York. She would like to come out. We're kind of planning her visit in June. And I miss her very much. And I very much miss my son, Joshua. I just know he would have loved everything. And as we've gotten to be part of a bigger family and we've been around more people and friends and sort of extended family and got to know more people at church and gotten involved in more things in the community. And we've all started to live and not just exist, but to live fully. And that's been really, really neat. It's overwhelming and it's daunting. And we've gone to some family events and we don't know very many people there. Not really, Not it was always just us. It was always just holidays where, well, everybody's going to Mom's house. And Mom's going to cook a turkey or a ham and we'll have some time together. We'll play a game and we'll go home. And now it's not just my house, There's other places to go and there's other things. And then we had our first snow and it was incredible. So beautiful. And so much of it. So much more. Like we had like a third of the snow Kansas would have in an entire winter in one night. And I was driving in it. I look back at the year and it's like, no way, this was just 1 year. I look back at the 8 marathons, 28-hour marathons that I did this year. And the fun punishments and the the bug suckers and the chili roulettes and those horrible, horrible jelly beans that taste like sour milk and dead fish. And we had so much fun and so many giggles. And to be able to have that journey and that ride and to go through and go, okay, we're doing okay. And each day to realize that we think less and less about the past or about hurts and various pains and more about the future and its potential. And that's really incredible. This year, I paid off everything that I put onto the credit cards for the wedding. I paid off everything that I put on the credit cards for the moving. And that was a big trailer across country, and that was hotel rooms and gas and train tickets. This year, I made a dent on my prior debt. This year, I got a new car. Pac actually bought me a new car before I got here. When I pay off my credit card next year, I will then pay him off. It's a 2007 Ford Focus. And it's fantastic. It's the nicest car I've ever had. It's the nicest car I've ever driven. And my 20-year-old 250,000 mile car that drove across country and got us here is gone. It got rolled into a trade-in for Dawn and Twilit to get a nice car. They're doing well. They got themselves a 2014 Dodge Charger. And my goals for next year, my thoughts for next year, every year I just want to make goal each month and try to have the best life that we can here, take care of each other. 2016 was the first year that we made goal every single month. Pretty sure I said that earlier. I may not have. That is a huge, huge, momentous thing. To be paid what I ask for, that I feel I need to live every single month. To realize that 8 of those months, I got twice what I feel I need. And that was so much extra to be able to do so many cool things. I thank you for that. Next year, I would like to just make goal. I'm not increasing it. I'd like to just make goal. I'd like to continue my Game Whisk partnership. I think that's fantastic. That extra each month has gone a long way towards helping with the dad and the extra, for the bills in New York, which are different than they were in Kansas. For next year, I would like to make goal every month. I currently have 36 subscribers. I'd like to shoot for 50. I'd hope for this year to get 40 at the end of the year. I think we did pretty good maintaining and then just slowly growing 1 or 2 here and there, I'd love to see partnership. Those are all things for the channel. On a personal level, in my life, I think this is going to be the year that I can say I'm out of debt. I really do. I owe about $6,500 on 2 credit cards. And I think this is the year that's going to be gone. Of course, I owe the rat $3,400 for my car. And I hope to be able to pay that off too. But that's my personal goal. I would really very much like to be able to be debt free and be able to have that extra that I'm having to constantly put towards old debt gone, you know. Would be lovely if I could, could find a house that I could buy and have, less rent and all that good stuff that could be mine. So I would love to go through and maybe be able to, maybe start saving for a house. But really, the whole focus, the focus for years has been to drag myself up, hold my head high in the middle of all the chaos of the divorce and my ex going to jail and everything, and be able to say, I'm a better person this year than I was last year. I've learned more things. I've slowly paid off court fees and lawyer fees and credit card debt and all the things, And I've bettered myself. And next year, I want to love as much as I can. I want to live as much as I can. I'm gonna laugh as much as I can. And hopefully, y'all will be on the way with me all along the way. It's been so enjoyable to share my life with you guys. It's been so touching to get to know you and to see how you share your life with me, and to see our community and how it's grown and how good people are to each other. And they're not throwing around insults. They're trying to help and build each other up. And that's incredible. So I love you all. I thank you all for an amazing 2016. And I say bring on the next one. Oh yeah, maybe a date in there. A date in there would be good. I would like a date. Yo. Just saying, Lord, if you're listening, date would be nice. Anyway, that's it. I hope you guys had fun. I know I got a little serious, but that's my year. Bye.